Welcome back, Boston Celtics fans, to another incredibly important update right here on the channel, where we bring you the absolute latest and most crucial news surrounding the greatest franchise in basketball history. We are skipping the long introductions today and diving straight into the absolute most pivotal off-court news of the entire season, because the architect of this incredible Boston Celtics roster has finally spoken out about his future. As the grueling regular season finally wraps up and teams prepare for the high-stakes environment of the playoffs, the focus naturally shifts not just to the players sweating on the court, but also to the brilliant minds constructing the rosters behind the scenes. Recently, Brad Stevens met with the local media right before a pivotal home game against the Charlotte Hornets at the legendary TD Garden, and what he had to say was absolute pure music to the ears of every single Celtics fan across the globe. Among the many pressing topics that the Boston Celtics president of basketball operations addressed during this highly anticipated media session were the loud and persistent recent reports constantly connecting him to various high-profile outside opportunities. The professional basketball world is always spinning with wild speculation, and recently Stevens has been heavily linked to massive collegiate roles, such as the highly coveted University of North Carolina head coaching job. Furthermore, there have also been constant rumblings and whispers around the league about rival professional organizations eagerly eyeing him to lead their own front offices. For example, the Dallas Mavericks reportedly constructed a highly ambitious wish list that prominently featured Stevens right alongside other elite top-tier executives in the professional basketball landscape. However, standing in the corridors of the TD Garden, Stevens made it perfectly and unequivocally clear to absolutely everyone listening that he harbors absolutely zero interest in leaving his current situation in Massachusetts. He acknowledged the constant rumors with his trademark humility, stating that it is always flattering when you hear your name mentioned for such prestigious roles. But he quickly added that the entire modern media spectacle surrounding the constant coaching carousel being treated as breaking news is honestly a little bit tiresome to deal with on a daily basis. He elaborated by explaining that he completely understands why in this current day and age people desperately want to talk about these rumors and generate engagement. Yet, as anyone who has been around him knows perfectly well, he is simply not the type of person who is quick to make rash decisions where he is bouncing all over the place chasing the next big thing. He explicitly stated that he genuinely likes being right where he is in Boston. The organization has been absolutely great to him for over a decade, and he simply has not been actively seeking anything else out there. To further illustrate his complete lack of interest in the rumor mill, he pointed out a fascinating personal detail, revealing that he does not even employ a professional sports agent to field these massive offers. He joked that his inner circle is pretty small, which is exactly how he prefers it. Right here in the middle of our deep dive into the Celtics front office, I want to take a quick second to ask you to please subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video if you are enjoying the content, because your support helps us grow and keep bringing you the absolute best basketball coverage every single day without fail. Returning to the fascinating dynamic of Brad Stevens and his small trusted circle, it is widely known that among the few people he truly leans on for major professional guidance is his wife, Tracy. Tracy is an incredibly accomplished contract attorney who earned her law degree from the prestigious Case Western Reserve University School of Law located in Cleveland. She has historically been the one to help him expertly navigate and finalize his complex contract negotiations, ensuring that his family is perfectly situated without the need for an external sports agency interfering in their lives. When you look at what Brad Stevens truly prioritizes in his life, it becomes abundantly clear why leaving Boston makes absolutely no sense for him at this point in his career. Stevens is incredibly comfortable in his current environment. His children have practically grown up in the area, and his entire family has deeply settled into their lives in Massachusetts. Beyond the geographic and family comfort, he genuinely loves the specific professional role that he is currently in, and perhaps most importantly, he cherishes the people he gets to be around every single day. So while the hypothetical chance to be the head coach of the University of North Carolina men's basketball team is undeniably a prestigious and historic opportunity, and while it is entirely possible that a desperate rival professional franchise might even be willing to offer him a highly lucrative ownership stake just to convince him to relocate, Stevens understands a fundamental truth about life and career satisfaction. When a person finds a unique situation that brings them genuine peace, happiness, and professional fulfillment, it is generally the best possible strategy to hold firmly onto that situation. He articulated this sentiment perfectly when he stated that he does not see himself leaving because he is simply not motivated to do anything other than exactly what he is currently doing right now. That is the ultimate bottom line for him. He reiterated how really happy he is with the amazing people they are around in the organization, and he highlighted that specific camaraderie as the absolute best part about being in Boston. He reflected on his personal growth, noting that as you get to a certain age and stage in your professional life, the quality of your daily interactions becomes the primary motivator. He stated profoundly that he does not really have any other motivation left in his career other than to simply be around the exact people that he wants to be around. In Boston, Stevens has the rare and incredible chance to continue growing into the Celtics' own modern version of a legendary executive like Pat Riley. The former Executive of the Year has already firmly established himself as one of the absolute savviest and most intelligent front office leaders in the entire league. From our vantage point, his impact actually extends well beyond just comparing him to his current contemporaries in the association today. The Boston president of basketball operations has been instrumental in strengthening the foundational culture of an incredibly proud organization that boasts a rich and unparalleled history of winning championships. You have to remember exactly how much pressure he was under when he first took over the job in the immediate and chaotic aftermath of Danny Ainge stepping down. That monumental front office transition happened right after a highly disappointing first-round playoff exit at the hands of the Brooklyn Nets, which left many questioning the future direction of the franchise. Instead of a long rebuild, Stevens immediately went to work, making incredibly shrewd roster moves, hiring the right personnel, and completely reshaping the team identity. Now fast forward to today, and they are once again proudly showcasing the undeniable power of having an elite organizational infrastructure from top to bottom. Stevens also appears to already possess a remarkably strong and highly functional relationship with the ownership group, including Bill Chisholm. The Celtics ownership clearly has complete and unwavering trust in their team president of basketball operations to steer the ship in the right direction. It is definitely not a toxic situation where ownership is constantly trying to infringe upon his job responsibilities or do anything other than fully empower him to execute his brilliant vision. That mutual respect includes having the ultimate peace of mind knowing that Stevens can consistently make incredibly difficult decisions that are motivated purely by what is absolutely best for the team on the basketball court as they continue to relentlessly pursue more championship banners. Between having that level of supreme professional autonomy, completely loving the company he is around every day, and thriving in the positive work environment he has helped cultivate, it is incredibly easy to understand exactly why Stevens keeps effortlessly turning down these massive outside offers whenever they inevitably come his way. That reality is absolutely great news for Celtics fans everywhere, as they can rest easy, knowing the architect of their success is staying put as he continues to brilliantly build his lasting legacy in the city of Boston for many more years to come, making sure Banner 19 and beyond remain the ultimate priority.